In this video, I'd like to talk about what is equally as important as making money. There's something that's as important as making money. It's not more important. It's not less important. Obviously, making money is a fantastic thing. And money is a good thing. Let's go ahead and look at what would happen if we didn't have money. And then we're going to talk about what this thing is and a system you can use to make sure you are doing the right thing. Because I'm going to give you some examples that are kind of scary and that are going to blow your mind. So we had a point in time where we didn't have money. And we would trade things. Before there was money, there was something called bartering. And you would trade things you had for things that you wanted or things that you needed. So way back in the day, maybe I had a big apple orchard. And I would just make apples I wouldn't make apples. I'd grow apples all day and I would pick them. Well, eventually I'd get to the point to where A, I got apples that are going to be spoiled because I got so many of them. B, I'm tired of eating apples. Maybe I want some fish. So I go find someone that's got some fish. And I say, hey, look, you have fish. I have apples. Let me give you some of my apples for some fish that you got. And I say, okay, cool. We work out a deal. Well, here's the problem. Next week I go to him and I say, hey, what's up? I'm back. I want some more fish. And he tells me, hey, Aaron, you know what? The apples were cool. Whatever. I didn't really like them. I kind of want some oranges. Bring me back some oranges. I'll give you some fish. Now I got to go find someone that's got oranges. Trade them my apples. Then I got to take the oranges to the fish guy. Give him the oranges. Then I get the fish. That's not very time effective, guys. That's why we have money. Money allows us to buy stuff we want and save time, right? Think about it, guys. We go to the grocery store. You go to the grocery store, there's aisles of everything you can want. You go to a Walmart, okay, or any other grocery store, there's all the food, there's all the household stuff you need. You go to Walmart, you're going to have plates and things for the kitchen and things for the bathroom, and there's sheets and pillowcases, right? So you can go there, and in one swoop, you can get everything you want. If we didn't have money, it'd be bartering, it'd be very chaotic, there wouldn't be a system. Okay, maybe I traded with the fish guy today, and then tomorrow he says, you know what, Aaron, you gave me 6 apples, but, today I won 10 apples. Well, now I got to go find another fish guy, right? Just a pain in the butt. We don't have to do that anymore because we have money. Money is a convenience, and it is a fantastic thing. Money is good. So with that said, let's go ahead and talk about the thing that is as important as making money. And that's managing money. Managing money is as important as making money. It doesn't matter how much money you make. If you can't manage it, you will screw yourself over. Because you can go out there and you can buy a bunch of mansions, you can buy islands, you can buy private planes, you can buy a yacht, and what would seem like a tremendous amount of money, you would be surprised how people spend it all and get themselves in more debt. There's plenty of examples of people that have won the lottery and a few years later they are broke. Mike Tyson made over not trillion dollars. Guys, that's that's not too much money. Okay. Nothing is ever too much money. But he didn't make $300 trillion. Mike Tyson made over $300 million. And he filed bankruptcy because he didn't manage it. Managing money is as important as making it. So this is how you manage it, right? What you want to do, and it kind of depends on what you're doing, right? If you own a business, it's a little bit different than if you have a job. But either way, what you want to do is you want to take a certain amount of the money that you make, and you want to take a percentage of it, and you want to start a separate account, and what you want to get is you want to get at least 6 months of savings to where whatever your current lifestyle is, if you had no money coming in for 6 months, you would be able to maintain a basic current lifestyle. So that doesn't mean you're traveling all the time, but that also doesn't mean you're eating ramen noodles every day for 6 months either. So you take the bills you have now, all right? And then you take, the basic living conditions you have, and then maybe, all right, maybe you have X amount of dollars a month that, you need an oil change in the car breaks down, you need a new washer, you need new socks. There's always going to be a certain amount of money that is set aside that you need just to maintain stuff. Shit breaks, you're going to need money to fix it. You add up everything, all right? Multiply that times 6, and what you want to do is you want to start taking a little bit of money every single month. If you can, you want to take more money. A good percentage is 10 to 20%, and you want to start saving it because then you have that nest egg. And then if something happens, you always have that money. And then also you have peace of mind, right? You have peace of mind that, okay, if something happens to your job or something happens to your business, it's okay because you have this money saved up. You're not going to, die tomorrow because you don't have any money. Then after you have that money, you want to take a percentage of the total income you get as well, and you want to start saving it for long term. You do want to start saving it for when you retire. There's a lot of people out there that do this at a young age, and over time the money compounds, and they're able to retire with a lot of money. The more you wait to start saving and to invest, and in this video I don't have time to get into investments because you got to get into economics, and there's the world economics, and then there's you got to take into consideration central banks and how they manipulate the currency and they manipulate the booms and busts of the economy, and to really understand it. But what you do is you start saving that money in a safe investment place. You can get that money to compound and grow. And over time, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you will be able to have a whole lot of money saved up so where you can retire and live comfortably. Very few people do this, guys. If you look at 100 people, 80% of them, well, let's look at the other way. You take 100 people, 1% of them are considered rich. 4% of them are well off. 15% of them are getting by barely. That's a quote straight from Dan Kennedy. 80% of them are dead broke and or still working and relying on government or family and friends for money to survive. They're deciding between a pill and a meal. You don't want to be there. And how you prevent that is you take action and you do these little things, right? A lot of people have the wrong idea of how the world works. A lot of people think they're just supposed to go with the flow and go with how life is. That's not how you're supposed to do it. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take conscious, full control of your life. And if you need to adjust something or you need to change something, you are supposed to consciously say, all right, I need to start doing this, and then do it. The best way to do this, guys, by the way, is you just make a decision that, all right, every time I get a paycheck, every time I get any amount of money, I'm taking a percentage of it, and I am saving it, okay? Another thing that's good to do is you don't want to go into debt. The rule to follow is if you're going to spend money on something that does not appreciate in value, so it depreciates, that means it goes down in value, like a car, like a boat, like a vacation, if it's not going to be an asset, if you can't pay for it outright in cash, you don't deserve it, right? A lot of people out there, oh, I deserve this, oh, I deserve that, okie dokie, oh, why do you deserve it? It's not based on anything. You need to have, if you can pay for it in cash, then you deserve it. If you don't deserve it. Now, if it's a business, there are certain times when you can start a business, okay, and you can go in debt to make even more money. So, for example, that detail shop that I started, I put $7,000 into it. In 6 months, I had made $35,000 back in total profit. That means I paid off the $7,000 and I had a profit, and I was bringing in on average over $2,000 a week. So there's certain times you can, it's good to go into debt, but you only want to consider it, and you have to have the right things in place, by the way. There's actually a checklist you want to go through if it's going to make you money. But if you're buying a boat, you're buying a car, you don't want to finance that. You're going to the mall and buying the 20th pair of shoes, and you're putting it on the credit card, not a good thing. You want to have all your credit cards paid off. You want to be living within your means, having a little bit that you're saving, and then you want to grow and expand your means. right? The way I'm different from most people is most people, you go listen to them. I'm not a financial person either. I just wanted to make this video for you guys. But you go listen to people, they say, oh, live between your means, and you can budget, and you can do things like, go to the store and buy the fruit, and then, the fruit, if you buy it and then you chop it up, the cheaper than, buying it already pre-made. I'm saying get massively wealthy, make a shit ton of money, get really rich, go do all that stuff. Actually, pay someone to do it, all right? That's the best way to do it. Pay someone to bring the food over, already made. You have a chef. Have them do it for you, but only do that when it's feasible and it's in the budget, right? If you're working on expanding your means and you're still like right here, then you're going to have to do things differently than when you're making a bunch of money, right? If you're making, $32,000 a year, you're going to do things differently than when you're making $100,000 a year. And when you're making $1 million a year, you're going to be able to pay people to do more stuff for you and live a higher quality life using that money than you are when you're making $100,000 a year. Even though when you're making $100,000 a year, you can live. You'd be surprised when you're making $100,000 a year. I mean, the first year I made $100,000 a year, it was cool. I saved up a lot of money. I was living on, I kept my expenses real low, so I was saving 75% of what I made. And, you could travel, and I was going out to eat, but, you start making good money, right? You start making $5,000 to $7,000 a week. You start making $1,000 a day. Life gets pretty good, and then what you do is you just keep expanding it from there. I know this was kind of a rampage, and I kind of didn't stay on topic. That is okay. I wanted to give you guys some value. That's what I got for you guys. My name is Aaron Goldstein, and I'm signing off. Oh, if you like this video, subscribe to my other videos. I'm consistently putting videos out there. I'm primarily all about making lots of money and teaching average, good-hearted, hard-working people how to get wealthy and how to really beat the system, right? The system is set in place by the elites to where they got you thinking you need a job and all these things. You can make a lot of money automated in a very short period of time and live a high quality life, but you need to get better information. And what I do is I put these videos out there for people, so if they are into that kind of stuff, they can subscribe to my YouTube channel and get that information. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the next video I put out.